Hey y'all, whether it's morning, evening, or afternoon, I'm just glad that you guys had decided to vibe with E. Yes, the one and only E. Hey y'all, what's up? What's poppin'? I hope you all are having an amazing Wednesday. Cheers to the beginning of the month. I'm glad that we all are able to experience this, and I hope you all are preparing to have your goals set for what you want for this month and what you don't want from this month. As also, when it goes back to the episode Wellness Wednesday, I hope you guys have also learned from that lesson as well. So if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. And for the ones that are not new to this, hey y'all, what's up? What's poppin'? I hope all of y'all are having an amazing day, and I hope y'all all had an amazing weekend as well, because of the beautiful weather that we have had, and we have not had a lot of crazy events going on. So let's hope it stayed that way up until it's September. So let's get into it. Today's vibe of the day is good times. And the reason why today's vibe of the day is good times because once May hit, that's where all the fun begins, such as the birthdays, the graduations, the proms. You got prom, farewell, all that good stuff. Graduation, weddings, birthdays, family reunions, block parties, all that stuff. And then the semester in school is coming to an end soon. Like, who does not want to experience that? Like, who does not just want to wait for a good time? No, I'm ready for a good time now. So let's get into it. So what is the meaning behind the term good times? Good times are moments of joy, happiness, and satisfaction experiences in our life. These moments often respects periods of ease, fun, and positive experiences shared with others, whether it's through laughter, celebration, or simply enjoying each other's company. They serve as reminders of the beauty and richness of life, fostering connections, memories, and gratitude for the blessings we encounter all the way. Now, when it comes to good times, for me, my definition is being surrounded by people that you love and care for, such as like your very close friends and family, being around people that you can let your hair down, have a good time. Y'all could turn nothing into something. Y'all can make things work, especially if you don't even have to go out or not. Like if you go to somebody's house or they come to your house, y'all sit, have food, drinks, whatever. Just making it a good time. Like, don't make it so boring. The music always, I feel like music always impacts having a good time, as well as being around people that knows how to have a good time. I cannot be around somebody that don't know how to have fun. Sometimes we have those moments in our life where we just like, today I need to get out. I need to do something. I need to let my hair down. And that's how I've been lately. Like lately it's like, okay, my semester's coming to an end. I'm going to have a little bit of some room, some time to, have a ball. Now, when it comes to my definition of having a good time, I'm not really big on the parties. I'm not, because it's just like, maybe where I'm from Baltimore. If you don't know, I'm from Baltimore. And sometimes I just be scared to go out to have a good time when it comes to parties, because it's like, where I'm from, don't go in nobody's hood that you're not from. You can't do that. It's like, it's laws. It's you can't do it. So I just be like, if I'm not from there or don't know nobody from there, I'm not going. And I'm really not big on the parties. For me to have a good time, we can go out for brunch, hookah lounge, my house, something so simple that can have a good time. For me to have a good time, having the parties, it depends on certain parties also. So I'm guessing like block parties, I really don't, cause I'm really like, I'm on the edge. But it's like, if you guys out there love the block parties and stuff like that, maybe y'all gotta help me get out my shell from that, because y'all, like, I'm still to this day still terrified. Like, my city, they just had a Freaknik and it went well. Only thing was like the location kept changing, but everybody had a good time. There was no fussing, no fighting, no nothing, and I like seeing that. And sometimes I be like, if that can happen all the time, then that'll make me feel like, okay, I can go out there and have a good time. Versus half of the time we go, like I said, in certain parts of the city, it's like, okay, I'm not going over there because I already know what's going on and I don't need to be around it. Okay, so when it comes to having a good time, y'all are able to have your definition of what y'all feel a good time is. No matter how big or small it is, whatever fits your comfort zone, whatever fits to you, do it. And don't have nobody ever try to peer pressure you into doing something that does not define your definition of a good time. I don't care. It don't matter how big or small the issue is. Don't let nobody peer pressure you into having a good time into something that you know that's not your definition of having a good time. Even at our big age, people will still try to peer pressure you to doing shit that you don't do on a daily. Like, it's certain stuff, it don't click with you, and it don't click with me. So I feel like when it comes to your definition of having a good time, have a ball, baby. Don't let nobody shun you until feeling like, oh, you boring. No, I'm gonna have a good time regardless. Okay? So why is having a good time a must in our lives? Having a good time is essential for overall well-being because it allows us to recharge, relieve stress, and creative positive emotions. So engaging in enjoyable activities boosts our mood, promotes mental health, and strengthens social bonds, fostering a sense of connection and belonging. So with that being said, like expressing moments of joy and pleasure as like richness and fulfillment to our lives, to contributing a balanced and filling experience. So it is important to have a good time. Like I say, bad times don't last forever. And if you're new here, I always say that, like, bad times don't last forever. And whoever you believe in, don't put things in your life if he know you're not prepared. If they know you're not prepared for it. Me, I'm a strong believer of God. The things that he put in my life, I know he put me up to this because he put me up to this for a reason. Even if it's small and if it's bad in my eyes. But to me, but to him, it's like, okay, I'm preparing you. So when it comes to having a good time, it will rain. You will have them days where it rain, but at the end of the day, it will always be a rainbow after that storm. After every storm you had in your life, just remember at the end of the tunnel or whatever you prefer, it's light at the end. It's something beautiful at the end. So when you're having a good time, enjoy it. It's a must to have because it helps us with our mental. And if you don't know by now, I'm big on the mental. Your mental health is very important because your mind, it works all the time. It's racing every time, every moment, every second, every hour, every day. Even when we're asleep, that's how the dreams are happening. And people would be like, wow. That's why it's important to really go out, do things you never done before. If you always been dreaming and manifesting, like, you want to go bungee jumping or whatever the case may be, do it. Because that's what is going to help you with your mental. And it's also going to be one of the best times of your life. You always want to have those moments where you could read, like, go back in time and like sit back with the people you went out with or whatever, or just reminisce about the good things in life instead of having to always think about the bad things, being a Debbie Downer. We don't like that over here. We don't like that. We're all about the self-improvement, self-empowering, and most of all, the mental, and also having a good time, being happy, being blessed, because I'm telling y'all, one day all this can be taken away from you. So that's why every day I try my best to live in the moment and thank God for everything, because at any given time, it could be taken away from you. Yes, at times we have those moments in our life where we don't want to be bothered. It's not our day, but it's like I said, hard times don't last forever. It's just in that moment. But them happy times, those are times that you cannot play with. Those are the times where you want to be able to be free, have a good time, laugh, joke, feel better, and know that this was meant for you. And then, days down the line, you want to keep it in your head like, oh my God, the other day I felt so good. Oh, last night. Oh, a week or two or a month ago. You want to keep that. And that's why I also say, like, self-care can also impact with a good time. I ain't ready to lie to y'all. When I go get my lashes done, my hair done, or just go out for me time, that's me having a good time if I'm not around, like, my people that I like to be around. Because that's me having me time, and I'm also feeling good about myself. Especially when you get your hair done, haircut, whatever. I know, like, rather you get out the chair, it's like, ooh, I'm a new person. I feel good. I look good. So why not show the world? And why not act up while I look at how I'm looking? So embrace the good times that you have, because I'm telling y'all, at any given time, it could be taken away. And you must have these good times because it impacts with your mental. You don't want to be a dippy downer. You don't want to have those moments like, oh my God, I don't know how to feel. Oh, I don't want to. No. So as of today, change that. If you haven't, really have not been having, a time where you can be like, oh, we had a time last night. Or you had a time last night. I think it's time for you to change that and let it come true. Because I'm telling y'all, it's getting hot outside. It's getting hot as hell outside. So I think y'all want to plan your trips, go to the beach, the pool, water parks, whatever. Because the water park does open Memorial Day? Yeah, on Memorial Day. So y'all got like a week, 2 weeks, I guess. 3 or 2 weeks. Yeah, whatever. Get it together so y'all can have a good time. Shit. Like, I don't like when my people be like, I haven't been having a good time. Because I'm just like, my friend, like, okay, what do you want to do? Because whatever you want to do, I'm with it. We're going to do it. Because you don't want to be a dippy downer. Because once you're stuck in that mindset of being sad, it's hard to get out of it. So that's why it's important to have good times. And it's important to just be free, laugh a little, joke a little, party a little, do whatever makes you happy. Do it so you can have a good time. How can individuals develop having a good time? People can have a good time by engaging in activities that bring them joy and fulfillment, whether it's spending quality time with loved ones, pursuing hobbies and interests, or exploring new experience. It is important to, participate in self-care and relax and allowing oneself to unwind and appreciate the present moments. Maintaining a positive mindset and being open to laugh and to have the spontaneous moments can enhance the enjoyment of experiences on life. Like I mentioned, self-care is one of the things that people think, oh, it's just self-care. It's helping me mentally. No, it's helping you mentally and physically because you're having a good time. Once you're sitting there getting all the services that you have required for the day, if you even took the day off or whatever, or you had a day off or whatever the case may be, you have set yourself up to have this day. Just look forward to having an amazing time. That's why every month I try to get my lashes done. I try to get my hair done because that makes me happy. That makes me feel good. Even if I don't go anywhere after the fact, like if I get my lashes done and I don't go out. Long as I got them done, that's what makes me happy. The littlest things can make you happy. That's like when people be like, it's just the small things that matter and it makes me happy. Little things make me happy because you got to realize sometimes we do need the big things to make us happy. But how about once in a while, the little tiny things that just make you happy, such as compliments, somebody noticing something new, somebody even giving you something, or you just doing that for yourself. Every day, I try to wake up and also give myself compliments. Even when times where I look like who did it and why, I try to give myself some type of encouragement. So during the day, even if I don't do much, I'm going to have a good time. Okay. So with also impacting having a good time, you have to make sure you feel up to having a good time, because you don't want to be around people that's having a good time and then you're miserable. And at times it gets like that because it's either we don't feel comfortable or we're noticing something that just says, okay, red flag, I got to get out of here. So back to the pros and cons. I haven't really been saying much on pros and cons lately, but I'm back now. So if you're new here, every topic that I have, I always break down the positive and the negative side. And lately I really haven't been doing that. But since I just mentioned that example, let's bring it to the cons of having a good time. Like I mentioned, sometimes you could be out in public having a good time with people, but then you notice something and it's not good for you. I always tell myself, and my parents always tell me, if you don't feel comfortable, and also my friends, whoever I'm with, we don't feel comfortable, let's go. Because you're not finna force yourself to have a good time in an environment that you know you don't feel comfortable in. And I've been in those situations before, and I left. Because you got to always follow your gut. that little voice in your head, whatever, you gotta follow it, because no matter what, if you're trying something new and it's like, okay, I'm gonna try it, have a good time. And if you, like in the beginning, you had a good time, but then something just rubbed you the wrong way, okay, chuck them deuces up. If you by yourself, with your homeboys, homegirls, cousins, whatever, go. Because I'm telling you, every time we have those moments when we're outside, having a good time, hey, whoop-de-whoop, shots, drinks, whatever y'all prefer, what's going on, and something in your mind is like, girl or boy, hold up, something not right. It can either be something or someone or a group of people that can just mess up the vibe. And we don't like that. I don't like that, because you came here to have a good time. You don't want to be feeling like, oh, I got to really be extra guarded up. When I go out, I always have my guard up, and you always have to have protection with you. However, at times you don't want to go out and you always have to be on guard, like a left to right on guard, like look constantly. I feel as though you need to keep your guard up. But sometimes, like, okay, I don't feel like I need to be extra guarded up today. I don't have to be, extra, like, 10 times cautious. I could be 5 times cautious. But regardless, y'all, I'm sorry. Be cautious all the time. Be 10 times cautious. I don't care if you're having an amazing time. Stay cautious. Keep the protection. Keep the whatever you need to do. Be cautious. Because like I said, it is cons that come with having a good time. At times, you really got to watch yourself. You gotta really read the room. That's like, I read the room. I don't care if I'm in the classroom, at work. I don't care if I'm in the hair salon. Wherever I'm at, I read the room, because I'm really big on a vibe. I can catch a person vibe. I can read a person. I can see how a person is just by the way they walk and they talk, how they carry themselves. And when you're out having a good time, or like pre-game or whatever the case may be, always pay attention to that. Because sometimes those people that act stuck up and do little sneaky, shady stuff, watch them. Okay? Because those be the ones that make it hard for everybody. Trust me. I know. So when it comes to having a good time, y'all, you got to be able to, let me talk about the pros now. You got to just be able to, like, engage in the activities that brings you joy and fulfillment. Or like I said, try them ideas and dreams and goals that you have been wanting to do. Like, if you want to try a new restaurant, do it. You want to try this place, do it. You want to go to this place, do it. You want to go on vacation, whatever the case may be, do it, baby, because time waits for nobody and you only live once. So do what you gotta do. So by having a good time, how can that impact an individual's life? Well, let's get into it. Having a good time can profoundly impact individuals' lives by impacting their overall well-being and mental health. It promotes feelings of happiness, fulfillment, and satisfaction, which can release stress, anxiety, and depression. Positive experiences also enhance social connections and relationships, fostering a sense of belonging and support. Regarding enjoying good times contributes to a more balanced, relentless, and meaningful life. So when it comes to us having a good time, how does it impact our life? It impacts us in a mental. As always, it's always going to impact you mentally and your well-being. Your well-being and your mental matters. You want to make sure that when you're younger, when they say when you're in your 20s and stuff, you want to live life to the fullest. Regardless of how big or small the event is, long as you had a good time within that moment. I don't care what you do, long as you make the best out of it. Like I said, you can turn nothing into something, and you had an amazing time. Even if you was by yourself with a few friends, your family, whatever the case may be, honor and worship them moments, because that enhance with, social connections and also the relationships that you have with others, as well as sensing new beginnings and support. Now, when it comes to having a good time, y'all, I'm not ready to lie. It's been moments in my life where I met people that I'm cool with, and me and them became friends. Like when you go out, I was like, okay, when such and such gonna come out with us, are they coming, stuff like that. However, there's always a bad side of that. when you're having a good time, if you go out with your mans or your girls and they bring their friend, sometimes it's like it's good or bad. And sometimes it may be bad because their friend might not be the type to have a good time, and it ruins the good time for everybody. I've been in those predicaments, y'all, and I don't like that because it's like we're here to have a good time. We young, if you're stressed or whatever, this is the place to be, have a stress reliever. If we having a house, if you having like, girls night, whatever the case may be, we came here so we can relieve all the stress. If we celebrating a holiday, somebody's birthday, accomplishment, or whatever, no matter how big or small the accomplishment is, we have to give respect when it's due because we're here to have a good time. We're not here to be dippy downers. And I don't like that because it makes the vibe like it shuts everything down. It don't even make you want to have a good time no more. And then you don't want to be at a place where like, okay, are you okay? Like, are you sure? You don't want to do that so much because like it's going to irritate them more, but it's going to irritate everybody else because you want to make sure everybody's good. The whole purpose of it is to have a good time. So keep that in mind too. You got to be careful also who you bring around your friends because, certain crowds don't clash with each other, especially when it comes to females. I feel with dudes, cool, whatever. And they going to find out, they'll be like, all right, yo, don't bring him around. He a clown, whatever the case may be. Girls, it's different for us. Like, if we see, like, oh, she fake, she phony, she was doing a little too much, right away, just be like, all right, I ain't going to do it again. So, when it comes to having a good time, be careful of who you bring around and where you going because I'm telling y'all, the goal is to have a good time, but it's also to be cautious and to be mindful, as well as when it comes to us being able to have a good time, like, it's to help us impact our lives. So I don't want to be around people that's not on a good note because that's going to affect the person's well-being and their mental. So when you go out, next time you go out with whoever the case may be, just have fun. Let your head down. Don't worry about no bullshit because you came here to have a good time and that's what you're going to do. So how can individuals make time for activities that make them happy and fulfill in the hectic schedule? So I'm going to give y'all an example. Like I said, like for me, I work 2 jobs. Go to school. Well, my schedule lately just have been like, I had some time. But however, I like to have a good time at my house sometimes or with my family most of the time. Because we all be busy or sometimes we not with each other. And that's what I did this weekend. I spent time with my family. We went out 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row. I was like, okay, Saturday and Sunday, okay, cool. When you have a hectic schedule, you got to make time for the ones that you love the most. You know that saying, if a person care for you, they're going to make time for you. Okay? But even with having a hectic schedule, they like you enough, they love you, all that, they're going to make time. Regardless how big or small the amount of time may be, as long as they make time for you, period. Because see me, sometimes I'll be like, oh, not today, not right now. Or if my hectic schedule, get hectic, afterwards, I just want to go to bed. But sometimes I like to be, I like to be lenient. I like to be lenient, period. I like to navigate. Like, okay, I could do this day. We could do that. But don't waste nobody's time on having a good time now. Because if we plan this, I'm a big planner. I'm a person on planning, organizing, all that. When it comes to time and energy that you can't get back because you put it aside for people or group of people and they play with you, yeah, we not going to do this again. So don't play with nobody's time, especially when they have a hectic schedule. So a person like me, and for y'all out there that can relate to it, individuals can participate in activities that brings them happiness and fulfillment by first identifying what truly matters to them. They can then create a schedule that allows time for these activities, even if it means adjusting their rotation or saying no to less essential commitments. Setting boundaries, creating tasks, and practicing time management can also help curve out the moments, for self-care and enjoyment within having a busy schedule. It also incorporates small doses of happiness, including activities throughout the day, such as taking a short break or encouraging and mindfulness exercises can contribute to overall well-being without requesting significant time investment. So with that being said, like I mentioned, you gotta make time. And time management is one of the things too, as well as planning. You gotta really sit down and make sure that you are able to make time for these people or this person, as well as making time for yourself too. Like I said, working two jobs, working two part-time jobs and going to school full-time, or being a full-time parent, or whatever the case may be for y'all out there, it's hard. It is hard. It's be times where, like if you work from Monday to Friday and you have the weekend off, you're looking forward to the weekend because you're looking forward to having a break. Even if you're having self-care time, that impacts having a good time with yourself. Or, if you have a trip, plan a little weekend getaway, or whatever the case may be. Please remember to be on top of them people, especially when it comes to having a good time, especially if you have a hectic schedule. Please be on them because, y'all said the goal is to have a good time. Yes, things happen, but if it's money involved, oh, baby, I'm on your neck. Like if we're going out and we had to put money down payments or whatever the case may be, let me know, because we all have hectic schedules. We do, but you need to be, honest, open, and let people know what's going on, even though at times we might have to say no. But I always be like, I don't want to say no, because sometimes I do, at that moment I want to have a good time, but we can't do it right away. Okay? So when it comes to individuals that have a hectic schedule, you just have to be mindful and lenient with everything that we do within having a good time. You want to go out, you want to party, you want to do whatever the case may be, but you also have to remember business before playtime. That's another thing too. If you working for a company, or you have a company, or whatever the case may be, you got to make sure your business, everything is intact before you just go out there and be like, all right, let's have a good time. So it's good to have a good time, but baby, make sure them papers or whatever the case may be, assignments is due before you go outside, because you don't want to go outside having a good time and then you forgot you had an assignment due and now you're in the club writing a paper and the paper is BS. No. So another thing too, if you have a hectic schedule, take your time, relax, wind down, map out everything before you just dive in. Or if you can't do it, it's okay. And if the people don't understand, then go with them. And if they do understand, they're there for you. Okay? So how do positive relationships connect to leading a good time and enhancing overall well-being? Okay. Positive relationships and connections are fundamental to a good time and overall well-being, as they provide a sense of belonging, support, and companionship. Sharing joyful experiences with loved ones fosters deeper boundaries and bonds, that creating lasting memories, the enjoyment of life. Moreover, these relationships offer emotional support during challenging times, promoting resentment and a physical well-being. Overall, having a strong social connection contributes to a sense of fulfillment and happiness, enriching one's life in profound ways. So when it comes to having those positive relationships, such as if you are in a relationship, having a partner that's there for you to help you have a good time, no matter, like I said, how big or small it is, they're able to help you, and you're able to help them have a good time, no matter how big or small it is. Just being able to spend time with each other is having a good time, as well as with the relationships you have with your friendships and your family that you consider, to be close and dear to you. They're there to help you understand, if you're having a rough time, they help you to have a good time. Take that, because it is hard sometimes to find people that are willing to be there for you, as well as vice versa. I'm the type to be there for you through anything, no matter how big or small it is. Because, like I say, bad times don't last forever. The good times are times where you want to remember and reminisce about them almost every chance you can get. Versus you don't want to hear about them hard times and deal with it, because it's crazy. Because right now you're dealing with it, but it's not going to last forever. Okay? So when you're having those strong connections with others, it's helping you with a sense of being happy and also finding yourself again. Finding what makes you happy and understanding this is what you like and this is why you're here for a reason. And next, last but not least, how can individuals develop a mindset that embraces laughter, creativity, and grace to maximize the enjoyment of life moments? Individuals can create a mindset that embraces laughter, creativity, and grace by considering choosing to focus on the positive aspect of life. By practicing mindfulness, helping them stay present and appreciate the small joys and beauty around them. Engages in activities that sparks creativity such as art, music, or writing, encourages self-expression and a sense of fulfillment. Fostering great gratitude through the daily reflects on blessings and expressing appreciation for others, creativity, a mind of ambition, and enhancing the enjoyment of life. So when it comes to having a good time, as well as cherishing moments that live forever, we have to embrace the laughter of everything, the creativity, and being grateful to see it. As well as, like I said, being able to enhance these great moments, being able to be blessed to have these moments and reflect on these moments within days and chapters and moments of our life. Because, like I said, good times are the times where you have to embrace the most. Bad times don't last forever, but those are times that also help you prepare to have a good time within the future. So with that being said, y'all, don't ever forget to have a good time in your life. I don't care how big or small it is, just have a good time. Even if you're with people or not, embrace on things. Don't be sitting around all the time. Don't be staying stagnant into situations you know you can't fix, or you've been going through things you just can't take it, whatever the case may be. At times you need to break free. You gotta breathe. You have to have a good time because you don't want to stay in a predicament like, oh my God, what I'm gonna do. Let your hair down. Put some clothes on. Play that music. Do what you gotta do. Live in the moment of having a good time, and don't live in a moment where you can't have a good time. Okay? So just to summarize everything that I have talked about, and for y'all to get an understanding more on what's going on. So when it comes to the term good times, it reflects on to the moments of joy, ease, and positivity experiences shared with others, reminding us of life's beauty and fostering gratitude. Having a good time is crucial for well-being as it releases stress, boosts moods, and strengthening social bonds. Individuals can protect can be happiness can identify their happiness by meaningful activities, managing time effortlessly, and incorporating moments of joy into their daily lives. By also having positive relationships that impacts with having good times, providing support and deepening connections can also impact with a creative mindset of gratitude, creativity, and a mindset of enhancing the enjoyment of life's moments by promoting fulfillment and resentment. So as that being said, y'all, I want y'all all to embrace on having a good time. No matter how big or small it is, no matter if you're with a group of people or not, just enjoy having a good time. Being able to be free, let your hair down, put your new outfit on, get your hair done, get the facials, get the cut, do whatever makes you feel happy to help you have a good time. And also, go to them parties. Go to them places. Don't let nobody or anything stop you. If they don't want to go, if the people you actually don't want to go, try other people. And if not, go by yourself. Because like I said, we have to cherish these moments. Because these are the moments that are going to help us. And those are the moments we're going to look back at and laugh and be like, I had an amazing time. Also, capture the moments. Capture these amazing moments. Take pictures. Record. Get sentimental things to remind you. Write it down. Capture these moments. Also, you can remember the moments within your, photographic memory. But also having pictures, documentation of whatever you did or what you did or who you did it with. Document that amazing time so you can look back at it and be like, oh my gosh, we had so much fun. I enjoyed myself. I'm glad this happened. Even if it's like a group picture or a solo picture or just a couple picture or whatever the case may be. Capture those moments, blow the pictures up, post it, do whatever. just enjoy life, baby. Having a good time is one of the many things that we fail to have at times because we always think of the hard times. Hard times don't last forever. I'm going to keep saying it. It don't last forever. It just helps you shaping yourself up for the good time that you have preparing for you. So if you're going through a hard time right now, baby, I hope that you get through this because I'm telling you, it's not going to last forever. One day you're going to wake up and all your prayers that you have been praying for will be answered. And then you can turn that frown upside down because you're going to have a good time. Even if you have to have a good time by yourself doing self-care, whatever the case may be. You know, you call your friend, call your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever the case may be. Call them, whatever the case may be, your family, your friends, whatever. Call, do what you got to do. Live in the moment, have a good time because you deserve it. We deserve it. But most of all, you guys deserve it. Like I say, if my podcast don't help a lot of people, long as it helps somebody. Okay? So with that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. And I hope you guys have also learned from this episode as well. I wish you guys nothing but peace and blessings within this month that is to blossom for y'all. Also, please be careful and be safe because, you know, it's getting warm out here. Please stay guarded. Surround yourself 10 toes, you know, make sure you got your eyes watching and everything. And as always, make sure you do something positive and always give yourself your props and always be there for people, even when they least expect it. And for all the people out there that are graduating, doing big things in their life, becoming parents, whatever the case may be, congratulations, you deserve it. You deserve this amazing blessing that's coming your way. And I wish you all nothing but the best things in life, okay? Until next time, you guys will hear from me next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whenever you guys hear me. But until then, please be safe, be careful, and I love you dearly. Bye.